So you got the email? Did you read the email?
Yeah.
Okay. So the act is that there was a conversation on the study group WhatsApp about whether to let in people to the selection process who had not been there the weekend before at the feedback process. And Sandyra responded to that she would like the study group to be flexible about it, to which Carolyn replied, "Are you in or out?" Because Sandyra had left the group
Right.
A few weeks before.
For some time. Yeah.
For some time, yes. So I was wondering if you have anything you want to share about this, and maybe how you relate with it.
Well, you see, in fact, the life of the study group has been going through upheavals quite a lot since the policy was fine-tuned so that it could start its work and actually process the selection for the group. And I think that this restorative circle might also bring all these things in, because it was evoked that we had no time actually to go through any kind of feedback session and restorative things and so on within the study group, but that it would be nice to do it once the selections are made. So I think the scope of the restorative circle is wider than only this event, which might be characteristic also. I don't understand quite well the remark of Caroline, because she's asking whether Sandyra is in or out, but Sandyra is just speaking about participants who have not attended the feedback session, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
so the issue is just about participants. The issue is not about members of the study group as such. So maybe I'm missing something.
So wait, can I recap for a second?
Yeah, sure.
So I understand that for you the study group has gone through more issues and upheavals,
Right.
so that the circle can maybe have a sort of wider scope to talk about these issues, or to maybe close the chapter in a bigger way. But also that maybe you don't have complete clarity on what happened exactly with Caroline.
Right. And I would add for the first point that in fact we saw each other with Sandyra recently, and after your proposal to India, and then she said, so will you participate in the restorative circle? I said yes. Oh yes, because we have really so it's really. And then the other point about I feel that Caroline is a little bit tough in a way. First, because I don't understand how it is related. Secondly, because from what I know, the visit of the family of Sandyra was foreseen since long, and she had said much in advance. So, I mean, okay. So maybe there is something I don't understand.
Okay, so you recognize that maybe there's something there that needs to be discussed, or that needs to be...
Sure.
Okay, good. And you personally, do you connect with maybe not just this act, but with the wider need for some harmony or some closure in the group?
Sure, yes, yeah. Because again, it was very intense, this period, with a lot of issues, unexpected. There was petition from people which disturbed everything. The group had to meet in urgency, and then within the group there was a lot of division, meaning to say Auroville Council Working Committees, they had different approach, And the schism, can we say that in English? Yeah. The schism between a certain way to look at selection process, which is more the way the groups are looking at it, and in particular the working committee, and the approach which is a participatory working group policy, the schism between these two things and what has been done in the selection process so far has been very present all over these things. It was there even while this selection process was revised, not completely solved, and then it is there again, and it has been there during the 2 different selections. So really, generally speaking, we need to do a work of putting in words what we feel like in a very quiet and restorative atmosphere. And then let's see, it's maybe not enough to really solve everything, practically speaking, but at least the people who have participated are wounded. So I think I feel personally that I can live without, okay, and it will heal with the time, but I think if we do something like this, it's nice for everybody.
So it's sort of the nature of the work that's so tough and so...
yeah, and the pressure of the moment, because there was so many, issues, different point of view. The community twice made petition, and then I have discovered that maybe the place where we were doing the meetings were not so great. Is not so great, because it was actually Kudam office. And in Kudam, there is a lot of these things which exist, a lot of things which are not sold, which people bring in. And I have felt that this place was not quiet. It was not really the best place. Peace table and peace thing is a bit too much peaceful, or too much... but Kudam is really, wow. Yeah, afterward, retrospectively, I saw myself into it, and wow, a lot of energy, a lot of emotion, and
so there's also some learnings from how this process went for the next group. Or?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, what I hear is that the circle might be a space for some healing on a wider.
Yeah. To express things that normally you don't, because you feel there might be too much uproar, emotional movement and so on, which is really not suitable to carry on such a work. Yeah. Yes, so it has been suppressed, kind of thing.
Yes, because the work was too chaotic.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you've been in a circle before. Would you like me to explain the process again?
Sure. Yes.
Okay, so I use the... I think you've seen this picture.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so Sandyra has called the circle around a certain act, but as you also mentioned, it's more of a starting point to speak.
Right.
The circle can go all ways. It's really held by the community to see where it goes in terms of topic and what are the outcomes. Is all held by the community. So Sandyra has named people, a group of people who we are all pre-circling, as I'm doing with you now. So to check in what the act means for you and how you feel about this topic. So also I will ask you in a moment if you have anybody that you think should be there. So Sandyra has named already everybody who's in the study group, but maybe you want to have someone else there that you think is important. So we come together in the restorative circle where we try to make sure that we have some mutual understanding of what our feelings are around the topic or what it is that we want to have discussed and understood by other people. So we use the reflective listening to ensure that everybody is heard. So reflective listening means that maybe when you express something, Laura can say, Kati, can you reflect what Rakhal has said? It's not so much for Kati to go verbatim, to say exactly what it is that you have said, but more to catch the meaning of what you were trying to express. And then also we check with you to see if this is what you had wanted to be heard by a certain person or by the group. So then, as we get to a point where we sort of have some common understanding, we get to hopefully a place of self-responsibility where people can see their part in what is going on and as a group decide on some action agreements. And then we come together probably within 2 weeks in a post-circle where we look at the action agreements and we see how far we've moved in terms of healing and if we want anything else to happen. So more action agreements also can come out of that. Do you have any questions about the process?
No, I think it's clear. Also because I have participated, and so I see very well that everything cannot be clarified. It is precisely within the circle that it will evolve, and
Yes.
and this is nice like this. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so then I'm wondering if you want to name anybody. So who needs to be there?
Well, I suppose that Vikram is one of the actors, one of the protagonists who might be also contacted.
Vikram, Council Vikram.
Yeah, Council Vikram. Then another one who might be contacted, but I'm not sure she will participate. But anyway, she has taken part. Well, Laura will be there, so she is. But another protagonist from the beginning was Elvira. But I know she's busy these days, so I don't know if she will.
So Vikram and Elvira, you feel should also be attending the circle?
Yeah, if they are willing to participate. I don't know if they are willing, but they are. They have seen. They have been in. Mm-hmm. They have followed. They are in the mailing list of the study group. Mm-hmm. I think for some time they have been also in the WhatsApp thing, at least Elvira, and they have come several times and they have felt concern and they have proposed things until the last moment. At least Vikram was Elvira a bit less. She dropped at the moment, but I think surely they have something to contribute. That is for sure. Whether they feel like or if they have the time to do it. Yeah.
We will get in touch with them then, and if they feel they have something to bring, then we'll set up a pre-circle.
Right.
Yeah. And I also heard you hesitate about naming Laura.
No, I'm not hesitating at all. Okay. She is completely part of it. I mean, I feel she participated quite substantially, but she is part of the circle anyway, not of the team, is it not? It's not the same.
Yes, right now she is the one facilitating.
Yeah.
So. But of course, if you really feel that she should be a participant, it's something we can discuss in the team.
I don't. I mean, we have plenty to do already with the setup, no? But and then as she will be there, she can bring something which mirror or give new perspective and so on. I mean, help the process anyway. So I don't think she is. It's a problem that she facilitates.
Okay. Anyway, it's interesting that you name her. I'll discuss it with her and see how.
Right. Yeah. She had a very. She did not come very often, but she was solicited, and I think she was part of the mailing list of the study group. And the last time I saw her participating, she was walking out of the room saying something like, I asked her, "Why do you go?" And then she said, "Well, it's too mental." Okay. So she has probably some piece of life.
Yes, yeah. Something that is alive for her that you might want to bring. Okay.
And then this session, Vikram was there also. And I think he bears quite a bit responsibility about the fact that she said that.
You mean he felt responsible?
No, I felt he could be one of the elements which brought her to say that. Not the only one, we were also, but the overall thing. So it was, it was crazy. It was really crazy.
So there were a lot of moments that were quite
just crazy.
Yeah, it's not an easy job.
I think we would not have enough time with only one circle if we really want to go through everything.
So I have Vikram, Elvira, and then Laura as a possibility. So would you like to go ahead?
Yes, sure.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.